Aloha, ladies and gentlemen. It's me, John, founder of T.C.L.O, here with you on episode 10. Quick discussion about life and incarnation and truth. So, wanted to show you my new helmet though, with the Earth and a few of my favorite countries on the side. SanDisk, I use their products, and uh, for my light work, when I say things like, "Oh, can I visualize the beam shining through, and then I see it scanning upward, ball of light going across New York City," all that stuff, A, B, and C, D light work. And the helmet also shows Hawaii State. Very grateful for the people who are here, because I love to hang out with them, and I love to talk. And so, here we go. I am in control. I know my truth. It's the way I feel. And I know I am an immortal being, and that when I leave this body, I, I in fact turn into a soul, another creature, a soul. And and in this body, and including this mind, which has the third eye, which is like a dimensional portal, uh, I have found this. I have found that I can rise above the mind and know that it taps into all of the activities going on around me, and it can create, you know, interpret light and sound, and then kind of send it out. It's curious that the mind is actually doing something here continuously. That's why I believe in the importance of light work for some type of belief. I believe in believing, and something that will allow one to occupy the mind in a directive, something focused. Because the mind is either focused, or it's going all on random thoughts and just allowing an influx of everything, or the mind is just um, asleep. So there's those three states. But how about focus and attention on the third eye? And so I think it's easy. It's easy to have eternal life, and everybody can experience this, conditionally upon there being an understanding of what happens now, what's happening, doing some type of practice to address karmic and spiritual issues. I'll give you an example. Let's say I'm doing Class D Shield, and I encounter, an ambulance. They're helping somebody who's hurt, and I visualize bright light on them. Well, the light is not designated per se to heal the person, but perhaps allow for the best course of action, allow for needs to be met on a spiritual level, and then maybe wants and needs in the third dimension on Earth, suggesting that it may be preferable for an accident or leaving the body to happen for one to just keep their journey going in a way that's compatible with the universe, and forget about all of the difference in polarity, and kind of, I don't know, like whatever is encountered on Earth. What about what about forever? And what about me, my feelings? The one thing I believe I am responsible for, and how do I feel better and am happy and healthy? Well, I believe that it's possible to do that by triumph above human effort and understanding, and some type of belief in the supernatural force acting upon life, and allowing for true bliss, because you know, there's a limited amount, and always my disclaimer that suggests that, hey, I like to talk and maybe say hi to you like I'm doing now, just to check in. Uh, but I would recommend, even right now, I believe the best thing I could do is light work. And I did 2 global shields today. They're 20 minutes each. And if there are any questions, just check in with me. But always remember this: it's it's the mind that's stronger than all of these electronics, and you've got one. So just start using it to believe in, practice something specific. What I mean by that is try not to be, you know, I'm speaking for somebody else right now. I'm speaking for you, my viewer. I actually believe that I I feel better when I just speak for myself. So I'll say that that yeah, I'm definitely um, depending on myself, because the light work is a practice, you can do alone, and just like imagine somebody smiling in class C light work, and then beam through them, scan, and listen to recordings that you make. um, it's good fun. I like to keep it simple, and I'm glad I checked in. I like the idea of a leader, but the definition being somebody who is able to address every situation immediately, as soon as possible, be it religious or political leader. And so I would like to be a leader. I like the idea of the Jesus or the Master, um, somebody like in the science of the soul philosophy, where there's a master who helps to guide somebody through the process of activating the chakras, and going through these, so the third eye activation, and oral body and ethereal body, so that you can really experience that bliss, and that eternal uh, you know separation for leaving out of body. So in everyday practice, and I think these require guides. So I'd like to recommend a guide, and I'd also like to recommend that uh, a breathing breath. So let's breathe, starting in through the nose, out through the nose, in through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the mouth, out through the mouth, in through the nose, out through the nose, and in through the mouth. Aloha. And I feel, I just wanted to talk to you about my feelings at the moment. I feel a little silly repeating like some of the conversation from episode 9. But feel free to leave any comments or questions. You're my viewer, and if there's anything that I should elaborate upon, I'd be willing to. Otherwise, I'll just focus on my path, and also would like to recommend that, even though it's always fun to go into society and give shoulder massages or feed people, I believe sometimes people like me, especially with the 9 birth path, and with given all of these incredible tools and information, I believe it's good for us to stay alone until the public is really needing the information, and there really are questions, instead of trying to evangelize, or like some churches do. They try to do an outreach. I'd say just be strong right here. Be real for you, and smile, and just heal, and make that an example. Not You don't have to be the best example in your mind, but you know um, just know that it's you, and you're not alone. Someday soon you'll return with your spousal soulmate, and I can talk more about that if you like. I did on episode 9. But love you. Thanks for checking in, and love to my, some people who like to watch my show, like Mom, who is a very passionate Christian. Love you, Mom. I appreciate, you and your strong beliefs. I like to, you know, find my direction too. Find something to be sustaining and hope bringing. And also Jason from Illinois. I know you also do light work, and anybody who's interested in light work can also check out the place where I began it, Sukyo Mahikari. Sukyo Mahikari, Japan. It's a Japanese organization, but hey, check this out. I believe the information about a lot of this stuff, like astrology and everything, was lost 1,700 years ago on Earth, and all this information about light and healing and just, peace, breathing, it's coming back. So, love you guys. Um, tap in, tap into the mother. Let's do some Class B global ley line shield activations, baby.